Well, that's good.
Hey, welcome back to LeijaLift. I'm Juan,
Victor.
and this is LeijaLift. We're a podcast before we lift. You can find us on Juan LeijaLift _ on Instagram,
And Victor Leja _.
and then you could also ask us your questions or find out more about Elite Athlete on Elite Athlete Online / contact or just eliteathlete.online. And let's get to it. It's the Spurs lost last night. We're recording on a Saturday morning,
Yeah.
and I think it's the first time I've ever seen them under 500 in a while.
Yeah, I don't remember the last time I saw him under 500, but it was a heartbreaking loss into the Magic. Not a terrible team, but I don't think there's better than we
Not
are.
a team that
we should have lost.
We're losing to. And I say we like I play on the team.
Yeah, I know, but I mean,
I wear the shirts. I buy the jerseys. I should have some stake in this.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I don't think we should have lost to them. They're not a terrible team, but I don't think they're better than the Spurs.
Nah.
So
Well,
it's a little
Well,
disappointing.
yes, they are. But
It's a one game thing though.
yeah.
But they were up, I think, at the half by a little over 10, so that was disappointing to see that they lost the lead and then lost the game.
Yeah.
But I think we'll be.
I don't know
we'll
what
be
happened
okay.
at the end. Well, they need to figure something out. One, I don't like trade rumors going around with DeRozan going to the Magic, who they just lost to.
Is that the only team that?
That's the only team I saw on Bleacher Report via Bleacher Report. And then two, I don't like that they don't play Carroll.
I don't like that either.
I think he's better than sitting on the bench for what?
I don't know what his contract
10
is.
of your 12 games. I don't know. I think he's a better player than a bench player.
Oh yeah, I think I'm actually surprised that they haven't played him that much. I
Yeah.
thought that they were really going to load him up a little bit with minutes, probably like half the game, and kind of let him flow in and out, like kind of like they did with Rudy Gay.
And
So that's what I was waiting for.
Or I don't know whether playing Trey Lyles instead of like him or Rudy Gay, of Carroll or Rudy Gay. Not that he's a bad player, but I don't know what it looks like.
Maybe
as
they
far
just
as,
don't have it figured out yet.
But they haven't changed the lineup. That's the thing, and they haven't even tried to play Carroll more. Here and there, but
yeah. I haven't actually been able to see a game. Every time there's a game, I'm at work.
Yeah.
So I would just I catch like clips and I catch like score updates and whatnot off the app, but
yeah.
I haven't been able to watch a full game, so I don't know what it looks like live. But I know we're gonna go to games soon.
Yeah,
so,
2 weeks you'll know what it looks like live.
So I'm hoping that they either get it together or it'll be an interesting first take on it at that point.
Yeah.
But I don't like that they're not playing DeMar Carroll and not. They're still starting Trey Lyles.
Yeah.
And
that hasn't changed.
I kind of don't like that either. Over Pirtle, I think he's earned that starting spot with us.
And even last year, I mean, they were doing I think a lot better at this point with Jakob Portal, Aldridge, White, Forbes, and DeRozan.
I think he's better on defense and a better rebounder. So I think that LaMarcus could do the scoring and leave the rebounding and defense.
Because if you remember from last year, I mean, Forbes and White were like not supposed to be playing, and they were winning more games. From what I remember, they were winning more games last year.
Yeah, I think the last year was when Bryn kind of like caught fire, and he's still going, doing really, really well for us. So
that's why he's on the starting lineup.
Yeah, and then who's going off the bench? White and Pitt Mills as the two guards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bellinelli
kind of floats in and out too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I like it, but DeMar Carroll and Pearl would be my changes to it.
Yeah.
Just because I think LaMarcus is best when scoring and when doing that, like primarily focusing on that. So, and Pirtle is just one of those like hustle guys. So that would be mine, but I'm not Coach Pop. I'm not on that level of genius, so I'll leave it to him.
Yeah, I don't coach, so I just watch basketball.
Yeah,
that's all I do. I'm just a fan.
Yeah,
what
just
do
a
I know?
commentator on here.
And then fantasy football. How have you been doing on the L's?
Actually, I won. I lost last week, but I had won like 2 or 3 in a row before that. So
yeah, you got lucky.
But last week I lost because Derrick Henry went off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was the reason that I lost. He went for like 32.
Yeah, I don't know. He did something.
Yeah, him and Golden Tate were the ones that made the difference for Alex.
Yeah.
Golden Tate gave him like 18. I was like, well, from out of where?
Sure. Right now, I'm sitting pretty as a number one spot in points and in wins. So
I'm tied for fourth, I think, but I'm only one game behind, like second and third.
yeah.
So that could change at any moment. I think
Yeah.
you're the only one ahead of me by 2 games.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm ahead of everyone by at least one game.
Yeah, I think you're ahead of me by 2, but the fact that I can get into second place
Yeah.
with 1 game, then
Right here, bro.
I think I'm.
Hold on, let me sit up.
I think I'm doing okay. And Kareem Hunt came back. He's doing decent. And I picked up Josh Gordon.
Yep.
And I didn't play him
Hill?
against San Francisco. Hill.
How's he doing?
He's doing super good. I think he's averaging like 14 or 15 a game for me.
Okay, that's not
So,
bad. But you're still not winning.
Yeah, I won. I mean, I've won like 4 out of the last 5.
Oh, okay.
So I mean,
So like I said, your plan worked out to
yeah.
to get a strong team at the end of the season.
I mean,
How many more games do we have left? What are we at?
6,
7-3. No,
6.
we have
It's 10, and we're 16.
We end the season. Yeah, it's 16. I guess.
16 games.
Yeah, 16.
But I guess there's only 4 more games before the playoffs, and like the last 2 weeks
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
playoffs.
yeah.
So that's nerve-wracking, but I'm there. I'm there. I'm in the hunt. I think that really my biggest struggle has been Phillip Rivers the last 2-3 games.
Oh yeah.
He's giving me like 15 a game, and I'm like, when he's used to giving me like 25.
Yeah.
So that 10-point margin has really not been helpful. But every other guy has done pretty well.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would have traded him my backup quarterback, but he just got hurt. So
I tried to pick up Drew Brees, but they took him from me on waivers because I had a better team and a better, or less.
Maybe we better pick up Kaepernick.
Yeah.
As a backup.
I actually thought about picking up Kirk Cousins or dang it, what's his name? Kyle Murray? No, yeah,
Murray, yeah. I mean, he was doing alright.
He's
I don't know how
doing
he's in fantasy, but
I mean, I think he's ranked like 8th,
that's not bad.
and Phillip Rivers is like 17. So the consistency is obviously in Murray's.
Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't make that move. I mean, it's right. It's
because at least the entire season, Phillip Rivers has been consistent, and Murray can go from like 35 to 11.
Yeah,
and it's that 20-point difference can make that loss. So I would take consistency over like fluctuation any day.
Well, you better hope he's consistent on when you need him to be.
Well, if he's not this week, then yeah, I'm making a move.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna be like, man, 3 weeks in a row, I can't do it.
Nah,
Can't run that risk.
can't run it. Can't do it. All right, so we got a new product now.
Yeah, so I know you tried it. I haven't personally tried it yet, but we have the.
And this is going off of bulking. This is going on bulking.
Yeah, so this can be a great bulking.
Show the macros. Show the macros.
It'd be great for bulking for you because you get, I mean, with one cookie, if you will, you get 250 calories, 50 grams of protein, which, there's not a lot of tasty treats that you can get with that much protein. You do get 19 carbs, you get 0 added sugars, but you do get 17 grams of fat, which can be the downside.
Which is why it's a bulking, more of a bulking cookie.
But if you're bulking, then that's not a terrible thing by any means. Or you can always just eat half and then, distribute. I find that with myself, fat is actually the most difficult to get in because I'm usually eating like chicken, which is really, really lean. And in my 3 or 4 meals a day, I can maybe get 15 grams in chicken total. So this could actually be really, really good for me, and just a daily intake. So it really just varies on you and your diet. If you have like a very good high fat or fat rich diet, then you might be okay, and you may not need this. But if you're bulking, or if you're like me, you stick to like really lean meats and not a lot of fat, then this could be a great add-on.
I would say it tastes okay. I wouldn't expect, don't expect to be eating like, I don't know, grandma's cookies or something, or homemade cookies. It's okay. It's not bad. But yeah, I only eat half of it in the mornings because that's a lot of fat. And I'm not trying to gain a lot of fat, but I'm not losing weight either. I just wouldn't want to take all those calories in at once. So for me, I eat plenty of carb and fat dense meals, so I eat half of it in the morning just to go with my coffee. That's about it.
Yeah, I might have to pick up one and try it out, and also just kind of incorporate that same half method here and there
Yeah,
because it's
shout out to the Quest cookie
Yeah.
right here.
so we're on a quest for
Nice.
bear mode. Bear season is here.
Some people are. I'm just trying to maintain, and then I want to eventually cut. I'm just waiting for my strength to come back. That's really it. And then I'm gonna let the weight slowly come down.
Okay, so I might give it a go here soon. I'm kind of enjoying not being 200 pounds and feeling like I can't walk up the stairs, but I'm also starting to feel not big enough. So it's.
You just said 2 weeks ago that you felt too big. Now you're saying.
No, I said I
felt
felt
big
great. Like I feel better than I've ever been. I don't think I've ever had. I've been bigger and I've been leaner, but I've never been on this size and this lean. So I feel amazing. I've never felt better, but that doesn't mean that there's no improvement to be made.
Yeah.
So for me, it's one of those processes. You know, you gain, you lose, you gain, you lose. Like bulk cut. So
just because you're naturally small.
Yeah. So at this point, I'm enjoying and I'm loving the way I feel. I've never felt better. But that doesn't mean that I can't feel better.
Yeah. Do you have any diet tips this week?
Diet tips?
Nothing.
I mean,
we went over like a whole podcast on bulking macros a couple weeks ago, but nothing this week.
I mean, there's a lot of food, dense foods that you can eat, but for me, like I said, the hardest thing is to get my fats because I naturally prefer carbs.
So boom, right here.
So this could be a great addition, but I am also trying to get my fats up because in studies shown that when you intake less than 20% of your total calories from fat, so if you're at like 15% on fat or 10% on fat, then there can also be a drop in testosterone, which is gonna hinder your gains, and
you're just not taking enough of the building blocks for
hormone transportation.
Yeah, which means a lot of fats.
Yeah,
or not a lot of fats, but fats is what you're gonna need.
So that's really what I'm trying to do. Just get my fats up a little bit because I don't want to be like balancing that fine line between am I getting enough or not.
Yeah.
And testosterone is like a cornerstone of building muscle and just man's health in general. Yeah. So that's
lift heavy and eat fats.
Yeah. So that's really what I'm trying to do, and that might be why this is a great addition for me. So I'll give it a go and try to maybe incorporate some more avocados in, even though I'm not a huge fan, but you know it's there. So
avocado on toast.
Yeah, avocado toast.
I don't get it, but that's the only thing I can think of avocados.
I mean,
I don't get it, but people eat avocado on toast.
Yeah, I know somebody who it literally has had that exact breakfast for years now.
Yeah, I don't get it.
It's not terrible. I've tried it. It's not terrible, but it's not my kind of breakfast.
Wow, I don't know.
Avocado on toast, it's not bad, but if I want to have avocado, I'd just rather put it in my meal or something.
Why don't you just eat a grilled cheese? Same thing. You're getting fats with toast.
Unless you're lactose intolerant.
That's
like
true.
Me.
We'll get
and then I'm gonna be cropped.
You can get non-dairy grilled cheese.
Yeah, I guess I can, like lactose-free cheese, but then again, it's just avocado so much better. So I want to incorporate that and maybe a couple of cookies here and there throughout the week, and we'll see how that goes. Hopefully, my fats are a little bit easier.
Look at that. Sorry, I was admiring my gains. Anyways, so I made a video last week when you weren't here. I just didn't post it. So I guess I'll go over it right now.
Yeah.
And it's really shoulder tips for baseball players, especially because in the Valley, youth baseball is really big. So I know there's a lot of like new fields opening up.
Yeah, there is.
Everywhere really, and then people are playing in multiple leagues year round now. So it's important to one. If you're a parent, watch out for the health of your young baseball player. If that's all they're doing and you're making them focus on just baseball, which I don't think it's a good idea. But if that's what you guys decide to do, then I think it's really helpful to keep shoulder health in mind to prevent any injuries so that they can continue to play throughout the year. And two, for the health of the child, right? The parent needs to look out for their child, and the child needs to look out for themselves, even though maybe they don't know really too much about it because their parent kind of puts them in leagues sometimes.
Yeah.
Or they want to play in leagues and they want to and then they pitch a lot, so you need to be careful. So, anyways, going on 3 tips for the working on 3 joints. I did put up the right number this time. So shoulder, the shoulder blade on the ribs, and then the thoracic spine. So shoulder is important for overhead throwers or basketball players, volleyball players, anyone that has to quarterbacks that uses their arm overhead in a repetitive motion. Working on external rotation, meaning the shoulder turning out, and this is what it looks like. External rotation. The movement of the scapula, meaning the shoulder really has to be able to move up to let the rotator cuff clear in the between the shoulder and the acromion. And then 3, the movement of the thoracic spine, meaning your back has to be able to rotate and not stay stiff. Because if the back stays stiff, the thoracic spine is your mid back. If the back stays stiff, then you're gonna put a lot of stress on the shoulder and do a lot of excess motion to the shoulder. If the shoulder blade of the scapula doesn't upwardly rotate or move with the shoulder, then you're gonna create an impingement movement and put a lot of stress on the rotator cuff. And then 3, that leads to over compensating with excess shoulder movement. And if there's not enough external rotation, then you're going to be putting a lot of stress and a lot of anterior shear onto the rotator cuff muscles, and then stress it out a lot. So you do a lot of repetitive throwing, and you don't have the proper mechanics, meaning proper mobility. That can be an issue. There's also issues with stability, but these are more mobility issues that you need to work on, meaning you need to work on having the mid-back be able to rotate a little bit better, having the shoulder blade to upwardly rotate and posteriorly tilt when you're throwing, and then external rotation or turning the shoulder out when you're throwing, to prevent any repetitive injuries, be the labrum or the rotator cuff, which are the big ones that get hurt, potentially biceps as well. That's just more for shoulder. There's also injuries that can happen at the elbow, but this is more for the kids that maybe throw 40 to 50 pitches a day and having to do it repetitively, and then they complain of shoulder pain, and you just put an ice pack over it thinking that's going to make it better, and then they're going to pitch tomorrow. That's not good care for your young athlete. So make sure that they have the proper mobility. We'll make a video on mobility, or do like Instagram and TikTok videos on it, so people can kind of just look at it, little snippets. They don't want to watch the whole video, even though you should be watching this whole video.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we'll make more videos on that, because all that is very important. Like I said, if they're playing year round and then they're starting to pitch and they're having shoulder pain, and you just put an ice pack over it, in the long run, that's going to lead to serious injury or surgery. Because I've known 17-year-olds that have had shoulder surgery after playing baseball, because they were playing not even year round, but they were playing a lot of the time. And that's primarily what they were doing for like the past 3 years, from like freshman to, or like sophomore to senior year. They stopped playing football, they stopped playing other sports, and they stuck to baseball. And then they needed surgery after that, because they didn't take care of the shoulder, and no one really told them how to take care of the shoulder. Okay, but if you do want a more in-depth analysis or a screen from a qualified physical therapist that has focused and studied under mentors that work with professional athletes and work with professional baseball players and football players, I'm your guy. I haven't worked with them, but I've learned from guys that do. So go to eliteathlete.online, and you can send us a message through the contact section at the top. That way you can get to me, and then we can talk. Okay. And then I do have one more thing before we leave.
Oh.
I got a toy.
Oh, surprise!
A little toy for Elite Athlete. It says. Well, wait, that's the wrong way. This is heavy on it. I hope it doesn't break this table.
I hope not. It's gonna fall on my knee.
It's probably gonna fall on your knee.
It's a good thing.
So wash your fingers. You should be doing the box cutting. You're a professional box cutter.
Oh, I have my box cutter in the car. It's on me. That one's wired pretty tight.
There's a bit of a professional box cutter person in here.
Yeah.
Oh man, there's another
You get
box.
Another one.
Another one. Boom. Hold on. Hold that table. I'm gonna drop this bad boy.
Box
Box
inside
out.
a box. What do you need a box for a box for?
We need boxes for boxes, cool. We got a 45-pound kettlebell for elite athlete now. So we're starting to get equipment in. We've got a few more things. I just want to do a live unboxing just because this is the last item that came in and everything else came in like earlier this week. So I don't want to like mess with everything else. But we're starting to get equipment for elite athlete to work with athletes. This is more progressed athletes with the 45 kettlebell.
Yeah.
I might be the only one to use it for right now. I don't think I'll be getting any athletes on this, but eventually. Anything else?
No, I think we got it covered.
All right, it's todo por hoy. You can find us on LeijaLift _
And Victor Leja _.
and then you could also find us on eliteathlete.online. Ask us your questions, or even on the YouTube comments. Let us know what you if you have any questions. If you know any young athletes in your family that maybe are having some pain, and you haven't seen a physical therapist or a medical doctor, if you want a recommendation, you can talk to me. Es todo por hoy. Dale.